it. Money down, says Genoa. Landen? It's a good thing this isn't colonialism, otherwise that would just not spread. It's going to spread everywhere, of course, but how fast? Very slowly, unless it's in the likes of Kiev. If only it had even more trade power. But I mean, it already has a marketplace and only a barracks. Well, that's going to change right now, despite me not really having the money. And now the Age of Reformation is going to end. It was never my strongest age. And another better age will be upon us in a few short years. Yes, Vladimir must never fall. It's funny because it's more like I just don't want to pay the extra rather than I actually care about this. And he's dead. Even Nitra's coming along to show us how it's done. It's just a thing of beauty. Start investing in manufactories, Jake. Yes, I will. Maybe I'll go and punch some more money out of somebody. Right, sadly, the Ottomans are really starting to get some war participation here. So I want Vyatka down, and I want to be able to go and pursue these other guys. To the point where I might just leave the bare minimum to take care of this fort. And then we go around. However, that's dangerous because if somebody jumps on Vyatka, then, well, that's bad for me. I know they're not really going to help with the sieging that much, but let's just get them involved. It's better than not having them involved. This is like a race to show the Ottomans that I am the one that can beat up Muscovy here. And I really am, but if I can get them some extra favors like that, then that'll really help me out. Alright, I can just cleave through forests. Oi, slow down there, jammy bugger. At least having 5 maneuver, well, actually it doesn't help at all, really. All things considered. All things equal, as they say. It's getting pretty hard to see where one thing stops and another begins with this kind of layout. Still, I'm just going to charge on in, no sense worrying. They are only Muscovites, whereas we are the world's finest Rostovians. Whatever brings this number up. Now, are they going to get out of there in time? Okay, no, the Ottomans are going to make it there. Can't let them hog all the glory. Similarly, though, there are occupations to be had, especially that gold mine. Come on, where's that improved movement speed when we need it? Yeah, it was all us. Fort's right there, and the Ottomans are besieging it. Yikes. I've forgotten where Vyatka even was. Ah yes, it was their capital fort, and now it's ours. The Ottomans are really helping out with Nizhny Novgorod, so that's getting them that participation. Which means, you know, the relative favors they get are going to go down, especially when I start taking land. And I will start taking land. Ain't that right, Novgorod? Actually, relatively speaking, they're still fairly happy with that. Okay, 1 favor for getting that. But hey, I'm not a monster. I'll give you Simbursk as well if you're nice. As long as I keep the favors at 10 or above, I can still use the Ottomans as I see fit. And I will see fit. henceforth. Alright, even my mercs are getting a bit leveled here, but that's okay. This is looking pretty great. You should give land directly to Novgorod. I know, and I will. Should transfer over all of his cores here and now. Some of them are a little detached, but that's okay. I mean, border gore is a given until we manage to unite all this beautiful land. It's a shame, I really want to integrate Novgorod, but at the same time I just do not have the states to make this land my own. Well, properly at least, to get the most out of it. How about this Karelian land? That at least covers all the Novga cores. And yeah, nobody cares about me taking these cores. Well, a few provinces for the Ottomans and to make them a little bit happy. And then otherwise I gotta think what I can do to really declaw them. The answer is usually taking forts. Nizhny Novgorod is right there after all, and oh, well, that's that. Kazan still bothers me by its very existence. Okay, I only get 3 favors with the Ottomans. But the next favor I get is in a couple of years, so don't need to worry about that. Plus, you know, I'm doing all the heavy lifting here. He can screw off if he thinks he deserves so much more. Well, there's also the thinking of it's not that vital that I don't get that I take Nizhny Novgorod, cleaving right through it, as you can see. Any plans to improve the Occupy interface? Be able to give more than one place at a time to a participant? Plans? No. I do agree that it's one of the weaker interfaces. But then there's lots of weak interface in this game. It shows its age for sure. Right, I haven't paid any attention to this land that we just got. It's really good. You know, it includes Riga. It has no autonomy. I would like to state it all, really. But when it comes to states, we are at an impasse here. We have only 14, and my severe deficit of admin technology is biting me in the rear right now. I'd get another 10 if I got to tech 20, but that's ways away. Fortunately though, our subject converted it all, so this is some lovely land to have. And with that, we've actually gained Riga as a Hanseatic city. Don't think there was anything in Roldigen. Memel needs to be ours though, that's where Kongsberg was at? Well no, this is Kongsberg. Yeah, we got Revel as well. Novgorod will soon enough be ours. Lovely. Appreciate the reply, Jake. Yeah, I mean it's hard to say, oh yes, we're going to change this. Because for one, I can't really talk about changes that we're making before they're made. And for two, it's about setting expectations. If I say, yeah, we're going to fix this, you're like, oh my god, this is going to change. And then, you know, okay, it does get changed, but it's probably not exactly what you're looking for. Plus, I like to keep a safe and gentle distance between my private and professional life. So yes, whilst I am streaming the game that we make, I'm not exactly saying, oh, by the way, we're going to be doing this, and this is how we would like to change the game. And oh man, this guy from over in accounting said that. None of that. It's always been important for me to keep work and private separated. Preferably with wrought iron girders made of tigers. Speaking of Roth, I'm going to have to destroy that Bremen stack. I only have 12 ships. I have neglected building more ships. Could I defeat Bremen with my paltry units? Or could I get access through somebody that would allow me to destroy him? Whatever the case, I've got to make a move on that, and I don't really have the equipment to do so. Well, I mean, yes, I could get access through here and ship my units over to Friesland. He is nice like that. Would take a wee while, though. And I want to... Actually, let's get a lowdown on that. If I annex Bremen, which I totally want to do, 1 in 39. Man, these aggressive expansion... Oh, okay, well that tells me everything I need to know. Operation Ravage Bremen is go. It'll take 2 shipments to get there, though. Over to Riga, stat. Yeah, why don't we get another general? Although I probably should have also looked to the Boyars, who haven't given me a general in a long time. Well, he knows which phase comes first, but overall, not so sure I'm impressed with that. I like the faster guy. He's fast. I know it comes first, but all things balanced out, I gotta like the faster guy. It's a shame because one of these other guys really deserves to die soon. They've been around for a long, long time. Okay, still, we'll make our way over. Bomb Bremen into the ground. As one always should. That said though, I have some units around here. These guys most likely. I kind of want over here. Because I'm going to want those extra cannons. The Ottomans actually got a fair bit of war participation going on. Not too much I can do about that. But at least the occupation time is essentially over. Okay guys, we need to get over there. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Get over there. Oh jeez, they're gonna stomp through Hamburg. Could risk it for a biscuit. I'd hate to have to double down, but no. We'll. Oh shoot! I didn't even think about their navy. Bremen have 19 light ships, and Lubeck hate my guts. The Danes, however, they're nice. That really cuts down the amount of time we have to spend getting there, so I just need Hamburg to hold out. At 21%, I'm sure it will. A couple of ticks and it'll be good. Give it a gold again. We're not done yet. Okay, 42%, it's like 50-50, I'll be able to save myself here. Three days for a couple troops, I'll take the risk. And let's get some real units on that. Real. Hey, we can have our new guy test his metal, actually. And let's get you straight onto there. Actually, with the sortie, I might be able to defeat them here and now, which is definitely worth a shot. I mean, I'd flank them at the very least. 9-2 beats that, but his cannons would pepper away at me. But I don't want to lose Hamburg here. Okay, sortying wouldn't actually help me. Alright, that's useful. Nice of him to run to death. And then our good friends Friesland will let us through. Beautiful, just beautiful. Man, this way of expanding into the HRE I really like. It's like, oh, I've got a war going on. Oh, Hamburg's involved. Well, I guess we're getting Hamburg. Does Savoy still have a union over Brabant, Jake? Of course they do. Which means we are probably going to have to fight Savoy in the future because this is rightful Hanseatic land. And I am very sad about that as well. But who knows? I mean, Some of the best relationships I've had have come from people that I've fought hard with, so it's not all too shabby. Okay, the Muscovite part of this war is done and dusted for sure, which means just all of you guys can return to the best province I have, which is of course Muscovy. And I am also not paying for these forts because I have no risk of pretty much anything right now. And I'm really happy that Hamburg managed to survive. Really happy indeed. Looks like Bremen is on the menu. Yes. Shame it's going to take forever to take over unless I get some cannons on that. I should have some cannons around here, right? Oh, quite a lot of them, in fact. Also, I just generally need a lot more cannons in my life. With that in mind, why don't we just get recruiting some? Probably because I'm over my force limit right now and I have not been addressing that. Let's deal with that first. I'm 88 out of 79? No wonder I'm hemorrhaging money. And I don't think any of it's in need of reinforcement. Except for the guys that are already over there. Okay, if anybody should go, it should be some of the Merc scum. Heavens knows we've relied heavily upon them enough. I mean, yes, I will need them to deal with the Teutonic disorder. 5. No, I think we can get rid of a few more. 7. 7 cannons it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that takes us all the way to force limit. Still not nearly enough cannons to take care of this nonsense, but that's okay. Bremen's only at war with us and some others. Even so, I don't feel like taking on his fleet there. The question on my mind is, though, what kind of fleet are we looking for? Our diptech blows. The only thing we're particularly good at right now is transporting units around, so that's what I want ships for. I'd love to have a heavy fleet. Well, almost like it heard me talking, the game wants to give me a new diplotech. And we do not need mill access through Friesland currently. Wow, Bremen's really eaten them up. And astonishingly, our one cannon managed to secure a breach there. Alright, I can get that mill. Oh, okay. Sure. Still bringing those cannons over. Didn't see that coming. I guess Novgorod have their fair share of issues, but he should be able to take that on, except he doesn't want to. Well, what else do I have Merc scum for but to send them into the meat grinder? I can do this and then just consolidate them. Yeah, that siege is going to take forever and a day unless I get more cannons on it. 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12. Okay, who just joined me? The Ottomans decided to. Thanks a bunch, buddy. Yeah, their relative impact on the war is pretty low. I can take that. I can also take you. I still have my access, so we're gonna go through Denmark and we'll be okay. What a beautiful anniversary. Truce with Nietzsche is up just in time to watch Muscovy fall from grace and no longer be a great power. Our relations with Lithuania couldn't actually get much better. Unless I, returned a lot of provinces to them, which is very tempting. But no, I just have to wait out these things. It goes up quite a lot though. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, pretty much 9 per year. We get things on them. We get pretty much 9 relations with them per year, and that's not counting other things that I can do, like influence their nation and such. Influence their nation is a bad example. Sending gifts then, or taking on their debt. Lithuanian debt now amounts to, well, still amounts to that amount. Say the same word enough times, it stops sounding like it makes sense. Alright, on you go, my glorious cannons. We're going to take Bremen down. And since you're at sea, you're custom sailors, which is not what I want. And thanks for letting us through there, Denmark. There, now we have an actual chance to bring this place down. And since there's no point in bringing too many units to the fold here, I'll just leave however many we need. I'm not sure how many that is. 15,000. The rest of us probably need to organize a bit better, so Muscovy is probably our best. Well, Rostov is better than Muscovy, which is good, because I'd hate to think that Muscovy's previous top player was better than ours. Now, I gotta think about this institutional arc. None of our provinces currently have it. It might be worth our time to turbocharge it. In where exactly? Hate to say it, but Muscovy is a prime contender. Do we have any centers of trade in very nice to develop lands? Like you? I mean, yeah, you'd be really nice to develop, but it would be pretty much manpower. And you know what? That's still a pretty good idea. Because I love having lots of manpower. And I'm not so sure what to do with all this mill power that's just clogging us up. Cavalry shock is nice and all. And again, I'm sure this stuff is going to grow in its own accord. It'll get into Kiev and Moskva pretty quickly, and then from Moskva it'll go to Yuriev and then Rostov. And whilst Rostov doesn't have a marketplace, marketplace won't matter for much, but a neighbouring province will, and that neighbouring province will probably be Kaching. I'm almost wishing I'd taken Nizhny Novgorod from their... Oh, well, that's all the more reason to take Nizhny Novgorod from their clutches. It's not a lot of favours to give to the Ottomans, but 2 is still better than absolute nothing. Except, that's a lot of stuff I could give to myself if I'm willing to not have much favour with the Ottomans for a while. I think I'd rather remove a lot of what Muscovy have. I mean, I take that fort, which is great. If only I could take Kazan as well. But Kazan is pretty big. Yeah, I can take Nizhny Novgorod. Use institution spread edict. You can buy it soon enough, Jake. That's a very good point. Now, the advancement effort around here would be pretty awesome. I'm just going to take it now because I'm sure I'd forget about it in the future. And Kiev should get it too. Where else is growing it? You are. It's a bit slower than the others, unfortunately. Question is, am I going to wait 10 years before I embrace it? I am that kind of lazy guy when it comes to embracing. But I really kind of want to develop Smolensk anyway. Now, you can have the institution spread. Now, the thing is, Riga is... it's an estuary, so it doesn't really get it. And does it for around here. Okay. Alright, Bremen needs to die, and then Muscovy says goodbye. Be greedy, Jake. Take it all. I am pretty greedy. I mean, for one, Pskov has a fort that I would like to not see in their clutches. Secondly, I need to think of any longer lasting damage I can do to Muscovy. But that pretty much all comes down to taking their forts, and with this, pretty much everything west of this line is forfeit. He can't fortify it. What can he do about it? The answer is not a lot. And it's nice leaving him with these little dots inside my own country, because that leaves him with areas that he can't really defend. There's not a lot he can do. And then I'm left wondering what to take. There are no alliances worth removing from him. And any other provinces I take, I'm probably just going to give to Novgorod, because he can deal with the Coring and Lark. I mean, what's one favour with the Ottomans? Okay, it's a full Muscovite core, which makes it a good idea to actually give to the Ottomans. Should prevent them and Muscovy ever not hating each other, just in case they got that kind of idea. I should probably just take this now before institution costs go way up. Gives me a nice sink on my military anyway. There we go. And it's good to get closer towards 19, because 19 is intense. Military tactics, and I swear it gives something else. Anybody know this game better than I do? Ah yes, new infantry. Better fort, but oh yes, that's right, supply limit. Cannot underestimate the usefulness of supply limit. Phew. Almost made it seem like I knew what I'm talking about there. Ming's looking pretty stable there. What I don't like about... well, one of my unsatisfactions with the game currently is that India just blobs together like this. I mean, I guess that's true for much of the world, but I mean, even in Europe, there's still a lot of blobs here. Alright, Bremen is down, and you know what? Bremen is not coming back. They're like our transport company in Truck Simulator. Never coming back. Teutonic Order, Hungary, and Muscovy. Too bad. Too bad. Let's get that stuff cored straight away. It's just a territorial core, but I'm sure it won't be taken away from us. Yeah, the HRE members won't like us for it, but they'll have to suck a lemon. Lithuania's still mad. How can anyone be so mad? Well, it's still 5 years until the truce is up, so it's okay. What's your Unix stack and composition in this era? I have skillfully avoided having compositions so far. By skillfully, I mean I've not been playing very well. Alright, the conversions continue, but there's still one. I have a... oh yes, it's Hamburg, isn't it? I can't convert Hamburg for some time, that some time being another 10 years. I would like to, but I can't. Anyway, let's get you guys back home. It's looking good for Rostov. It's looking damn good for Rostov. Marvin says I'd have developed a lot of manpower instead of playing 40% tech on 40% on tech that's not important. I agree that tech was not important. However, Tech 19 is very important, and I do not want to be late to it. I'm now focusing not on military, and my heir and my queen both suck in mill, so I can foresee being slow on military for the next wee while, and that is acceptable. It's almost like I know what I'm doing here now. Scary. Let's get the majority of them back first. I want those cannons. Stat. So why am I even still in this war, I wonder? Yeah, I've run out of ideas myself. You're going to cede a lot of land to Novgorod. You're going to cede a couple of provinces to me. Honestly, I'm just going to give them to Novgorod, except for Nizhny Novgorod, that is mine. Unless I want to spit out another Novgorod, but nah, let's not do that. And with this, I will start integrating Novgorod. There's very little reason not to. He's just hanging around, taking up space. And that land could well be mine. How old is your king, Jake? Maybe you have to